You're about to learn how to design and build a complete web app, even if you have zero design or development skills, thanks to the power of AI tools. By the end of this video, you'll have a working app you can share with early users to test the product market fit before the full launch. So, to build this MVP, we are going to start by defining our core features based on user needs. Then we'll map out user flows and journeys and create a complete design system in MagicPath based on our company branding. Next, we'll design high-fidelity wireframes, transform those wireframes into a real working web app using Lovable, and finally, test and debug the application. And by the way, if you're not familiar with those terms, don't worry at all, we'll make sure to explain everything along the video. This is the 4th episode of From ID to Brand, let's get into it.
So we have our brand guide ready, it's time to now design the actual product. But before you do that, you need to answer yourself this question: what is the main feature you want to build? Because we are trying to build MVP and it's required to focus on the most important part. So let's start with the features we want to build. And to answer this question, I have added some data from our past episodes, like talking about the core problem we are solving, value, and target user. So now let's use a simple bucket system to prioritize features. So there's like 3 kind of features mostly in any product. Some are like must have, some are like should have, and could have. So as I said, some features like must have are the important part, should have are like improve the experience, and could have is like which adds delight. It is not essential for the MVP. And now I will add all the possible features which you can do by like simply going and typing event spaces, stuff like that. But I'll say it saves time if you like put these tiny notes and your past research into ChatGPT or any AI tool, and then you come up with a lot of ideas, and then you can refine it, and either you can add or shrink. It just helps. That's what I'm saying. So going to ChatGPT and asking the same thing, and let me come back with the features. So these are the key features, and these are like the features inside of them. I used AI, that's why, to like give me stuff which I might miss. And now we have these lists, and we will use this to like categorize in terms of the must have, because these are all the features. It's not like must have and yeah. So let's do that. Must have, like I will do here, write down here must have. Here we will have should have. This will be could have. I feel these are the must have features because you want people to check the places they want to visit or live, about details, user profile to build the community, and then basic search, sign up, and yeah. And let's add the should have and could have because this will help us in later phases. Let's do that too. Now we are done with all the features I wanted to note down. Let me show you why exactly these 7 features I'm like focusing on. So this is how I'm like categorizing. You can browse, you can see the details, and you can book. This will solve our logistic thing. The second thing, our community thing, user profile and events. Then the basic functionality, basic search and sign up login. So yeah, now it's like important that we like scope out our work. It helps. So the scope is very simple. Like we want to focus on these 7 core features. We want to focus on desktop first because this is like an MVP, and we are like keeping 48-hour build time because you can spend so much time, but the MVP focus should be like just create the stuff and then you can refine. And if you're curious why desktop, we are designing for desktop first because that's where users do like research and booking. And in episode 8, we will show you how to adapt this into a mobile app for the like go-to-go access. Perfect. Now let's map out how users will actually use this. Before we design any screens, I need to map the user flows and show how users move through the product. So based on the MVP features, we have 3 primary flows. Flow 1 is like discover and book. And then the second is join the community. And the final one is like explore events. So let's lay out all of them, what we actually want to do. So in the flow 1, we have, so this is our target, what we want to achieve. like discover stuff and then book. And here we want to make sure that when people check the community, they are able to very efficiently join also. Awesome. So let's go through the process. Basically, I've like gone through all the flow which is required to complete like lands on the homepage until the confirmation screen. So I've like laid down all the flows. For second, the joining community, and third is like exploring events. But let me just show you the user flow, like how you can visualize this, because this is like a text form. So you just copy, make templates and diagrams, take help of AI. I made this one before, but this was not that best. This is like colorful. So let's go through this. So user lands. So let's go through this. User lands and then they browse the spaces, apply filters. If yes, they will be redirected to click on space. Otherwise, they are like no. Few space details, they like check on the spaces. If they are interested in booking, they can continue. Otherwise, go back. And then click book now, complete, and here you go. This is how one flow is done. Same way, you can visualize the other two, and you can actually see how the user will interact. So now we have all the flow charts. It's now time to do the journey mapping. So like journey mapping is basically, what if Alex wants to book the space? Who is Alex? Alex is our customer profile we created.
All right, before Rishabh maps out the user flows, I want to talk about something that could save you a lot of time and money as well. I've noticed that a lot of founders have the same story, I'd say. They basically created the app, they launched it, they had their first users, but they didn't expected the users to use the app the way they use it. And that's why they had to redesign the entire app, because it wasn't adapted to the user for the first time. You know why? Because they skipped the user flows. User flows are not just diagram or speculations, they are actually a good way to catch problems before it gets expensive. From a design perspective, you need to ask yourself how someone can go from this screen to another screen, which features should I include in the screen as well, what is the user thinking at this specific moment, how do they get confused. So Rishabh is going to show you exactly how it works, but trust me, this is a very important step a lot of people miss, and you don't want to make the same mistake.
It's like we could use the other tool called Miro. I have like share you the exact link of this template. This is a really good one. Here you can add customer profile, needs, like basically a persona which we created for Alex. And then you can basically on stage one, we will be discovering the homepage. You can talk about their actions, what emotions they will feel like, and opportunities like how you can improve this flow. So you can do this over here also. But for now, we will use a bit of AI to speed up the process. So I'll again go to here and just write, let's basically give as much detail you can give. And I like literally wrote about the emotions which any human will get in terms of, let's say, exploring Amazon. You feel like excited, you feel sometimes bored, you sometimes feel nervous. So that's how I've like tried to use that knowledge here. And let's see how it is right now. So Alex wants to book a space. Homepage, he will be curious, hopeful that he will find the space. Thought, I wonder available, what's available in Texas, like what he needs right now. Easy browsing, visual appeal, and quick filtering, so he can just find Texas. He moves to like explore the spaces. He will be excited because he has like comparing other places. If things goes well, he will find it, he will evaluate the space, then he will like go through. Okay, if he don't find, he will go back to like again browsing other spaces. If he finds it, he will move ahead, he will like it, he will find the details info, and he books it. If he doesn't book, again go back to this like flow. If he books, he will get a booking confirmation. He will be okay, he will check out the pricing, and if it is fine, he will like book the space. And yeah, awesome, like he will be really excited. Next steps is he joins community and the journey is completed. So this is how the journey mapping is for any user who tries to book for the space. If we are creating a journey mapping for, let's say someone lands on the website and he wants to join the community, it will be different. And that's why. So this is like a basic idea. Journey map tells us what its screens need to accomplish. So in home page must feel welcoming and inspiring. And on the space detail must build trust. Booking must be simple and clear, and confirmation must connect to community. So now we know what to design. Let's create our design system in MagicPath.
Okay, so Rishabh just finished to design the entire screens thanks to the design system we created before inside MagicPath. And I want to talk about why this is so powerful, because there are still a lot of founders and designers who design like screen by screen, and this is such a waste of time. Because when, for example, you want to add a new screen or a new feature, you realize that some buttons are not consistent, some colors also are not consistent, and like the app is a complete mess in terms of design. But if you create the design system first by defining the components to use, the colors, the typography guidelines, things like that, it will make your app fully consistent. And consistency is what builds trust and premium. This is what you want for your app, I guess. Plus, when you hand over the design system to the developers, they can build way faster because they have some guidelines and some predefined components to use, which make things again so much easier. And you'll even see in episode 8 how we are going to take this desktop design and push it into a mobile app thanks to the design system in only a few minutes. Alright, now let's see how Rishabh will take the design into a real working app.
This is a very critical step, and most people skip this. Like, they don't create a design system before designing the screens. And before I jump directly into MagicPath, I take few things with me from Figma. And what are those? Remember, we built the brand guide, and now we know that this is the font which we are using. This is the colors which we are using, and these are like some color contrast options which we can use. Of course, you can play with it. And yes, now we can like go to MagicPath to build stuff. So normally when you create a new file, this is how it looks like. Let's rename it to Romly 2 because I have created another one which you can see here. So we have renamed it. And like, why we should create a design system when we are using AI itself? Because it fasten up the process when you are like and design exactly what you need. Let's say I want to create a build step navigation bar. So let's just press enter and let it play, let it do its thing. Okay, so this is how it looks like. It took like 30 seconds. And now you have like a very functional, like, just look at this beauty. And this is just by like single prompt. There's no, like, this is V1. If I make any changes, it updates, because let me just give you an example. So if I play with it, it gets updated. So if you see, this is like looking good, but this is not on our brand. In our brand, we had this colors. This looks awesome, but does it look on brand? No. And that's where we need to work on this design system. And how we do that is by going here and click manage themes. And now you will create the design system. Just to be on safer side, I want to let you know that if you want to create your design system in MagicPath, you might need the premium. These are our brand colors, and let's like take this from here. So primary, you see, this is how it's updating. So what I will do next is like just fill up all these details. When you're done with like colors, you can go to typography and just, let's say I'm using Google font. I can find it very easily. You can see the output right away. And if you want to play with effects in terms of border radius, let's set to 2. And in terms of rules, if you want, let's say, don't use neon colors or ultra bright colors. So here you can set instructions. You can even add these from ChatGPT, generate some custom design rules, and then let's save it. Let's call this Romly. I'll do one thing. I'll just simply duplicate this and just ask AI to like take the new design system, and let's press enter. Okay, now it's done. If you see now, this has changed. Like we have orange color as the main, and yes, you can see the difference between both of them. And that's where design systems helps. You can set these rules, and now whatever I create next, let's say I want to create literally this, and I'll just press enter. Damn, this is looking really great, and this is like just one shot. Sometimes it is not resized well. You just click on the browser and you would be able to look at this. This looks so good. Like I would like to redesign the one I have designed so far. So if just to get you an idea of what I'm talking, so this is the one which I created without the design system. You can see just one shot. And this is what I get after the design system. You look at the difference, how good it is. So this is how you can build design system with MagicPath. And what is design system? It's basically these components, what we have built: hover states, buttons, icons, typography layouts. Go here, manage themes, and the way we have added, let's go to Romly, the way we have added all of them, we can now export it like a theme code. So just copy it and you can paste this to your any AI tool which you are using. For us it's Lovable, but there's few things which we need to like take care of before like just jumping directly to the AI tool. Next stuff is like MagicPath is just not a tool where you can just create design system. It's more than that. I can literally create wireframes of how the final website will look like, and that's what I did here. Basically, if you see, I created the whole page, like how the space will look like, how stuff will look like, and it turned out really great. And that's what we are going to do. So this is like I was trying how we could get these like space hotel search bar. So let's do this, but now this time it will be really great because we have the design system ready. So let's click. We want to create like key screens. And what are the key screens? Those are like homepage. We have space details page like this, like after you click on this details which comes in, and then we have events page, we have event details, we have confirmation screen. So you can build them here. So any AI tool you are using, you should start with breaking down the components, and the key page here now is home page, and the first section is of course navigation. We have created this, but I'll not be using this because it lacks a lot of details. So let's build it from scratch. Basically, this is the context which I have gave to MagicPath. Let's see how good this is. I tried to be not using AI because this is how normally you will be typing. Otherwise, I'll show you how it gives an output when I use AI. Till the time it's generating, let's move ahead to other stuff. We of course need a footer, we need testimonial section, we need how Romly works, we need hotel list, like hotel listing expanded view. So let's create those. It can work parallelly. Best part, like this is like something which you will notice now. When I have created a component, I can tag it like Figma. So I will just really say, can you create at the rate, and let's see what AI do. Okay, let's see this. So if you see, this looks so cool, like current event, what's happening. Ubud Creative Hub. This is from Bali. That's really cool now. And we have some sections. Where do you want to next? Let's say Bali. I can click on explore. So these are working at least for now. And we have our nav bar. We have our. This interaction is really cool. Notice how this comes up. So this is like very static, and then it comes like this. This is the power of like creating with systems. You have exact fonts, exact colors. You might see that the logo is missing, that we can update later. Okay, This was not expected. This was not expected. This is really cool. So there's an interaction going on when you click view details. You have a complete expanded view and you can close that. And the animation is also crazy. Like, this is good, so good. We need a complete page view, so we will keep this. Let's duplicate it till it is working on the component. If you see, there's like bunch of stuff which you can do so far. So instead of chat, go to code, and then you can copy this, and this is how we will be working on. So the next step is going into Lovable and using these components to upgrade your website, like create stuff which looks really great and not looks like AI. It's done now. You can see we have the full expanded view, and this looks really great than the one which I generated. It looked like Airbnb and it had the generic layout, but this looks much nicer. New copy, like you have the booking confirmed option, stuff like that. So now I can like build all the screens which is required. But what I like to do is basically go to Lovable now. What screens actually I need to do, because I know homepage, events page, all the stuff, but I might need some more, so I'll build that way. So let's go to Lovable now. So you might be thinking, what is Lovable? Lovable is an AI platform that helps you turn your designs to actual app. You can describe what you want or upload designs and generate a functional web app. To start working on the project, just write your idea. So I want to, and here we can add theme. So if you see, click here on theme, you can create a new, and here we can import, and we will go to Romly, click here, export. Let's copy this. Let's come back here and paste and import. As soon as you do that, you have everything here. I feel like the colors are missing. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. They are not interactive. So this is in the light mode. There we have the same colors. We don't have it in the dark mode. We can fix that. Now you see, this is like how you can work on the components. So we can add the colors and everything later also. So I'll just skip that part. And so far we have all the stuff here. So we will just rename it. So we have Romly, and let's just press enter. We are not adding any components right now. We're just going with what it can give us in one prompt. So now we have the website structure by Lovable. This is what it thinks that we need to create. We will definitely improve this. And to show you what we have done so far, like this is the output which I got without the design system, and you can see the difference clearly. I see a lot of change in terms of color, and the structure stays the same almost. This is how the MVP is looking right now. We have all the functions there. When we click on this, we have reserve option. You can select what do you want to do, and then you can confirm your booking. So we have all the functionality now, and to get here, we need to work on this. Let's go back here. So take this from here to there. So how do we fix that? We will do that with the help of MagicPath. So let's go back to MagicPath. So you see the cards. We need to take this card designs to Lovable. And how we do that is going to code, copy it, and just to be on safer side, I'll take a screenshot to upload here. And let's say, let's paste the code and press enter. There's this cool option called chat. When you do that, it asks like much better questions, and you have more control in terms of what's the output. Till the time it's like exploring this, let me show you the process for this. Right now, I face some issues. That's what we are going to solve. So if you see here, it is not uploading. And how you fix these kind of bugs, you literally take a screenshot and go here, paste them and say, hey, like talk like a human. And I have uploaded my logo, so I know it should be there. And I have seen it like just an hour ago. I will click the option chat and let's go. it will ask some questions. Let's go back to that. Now if you see, we have like the updated cards. So this is how we did in the other page, and I'll be refining that because it still have bugs. So in this version of the site, I'll show you how you can go from basic AI to using MagicPath to improve that design, and on the other side I'll show you how to fix those bugs. So it is going through stuff and finding why it is not working, and here we go. This is like just one click, it is published now, and it should be fixed on the live site also. So this is how you fix it. Let's go back to fixing this part. How do we change this to, in our design system we had text formatting. So let's click on visual edits and let's click on here. You can, without burning any credits, you can change these. So just click here, typography, it's font style, and if you don't see the font here, just like then you have to burn some credit. So I've shared my issue with the site and let it fix. Now we have the updated font. This is the way you can update fonts. You can see here now. So how do you fix those kind of stuff? So let's say, again, take a screenshot, go to chat view, and let's add our screenshot, and then until it's fixing the bugs. We have all the stuff working. Okay, you can RSVP now. Everything is working. So I hope this is fixed. Okay, now it's asking if it can implement the plan. You should read it, but I'm a bit careless now. I'll just go with implement the plan. You see that? Now you have a single line ratings, and this is what I was looking for. So this is how you edit like bugs, issues, fixes. You can start with visual edit if it is possible. Otherwise you can go with the chat option. I'll suggest going with visual edit first because it can save you a lot of credits, and that's what I learned about wasting a lot of them. So now I feel like a lot of stuff is working for me, and this can be a really great MVP if it is working. So let's test it out. I'll click on reserve, I'll select hours, time, and yeah, let's go for John only. John. I mean, it will not of course send this to exactly on this mail because we have not connected any API keys, and I didn't want it to make it complex. So let's just leave that and let's confirm booking. Awesome. So we have booked the details and we have a booking confirmation. We have events page, we have dashboard working. Yes. We have profile page. Awesome. We have this working. So if everything is working, it's time now to like publish this website. So let's click on publish, select the domain and publish. Now our site is live, and this is the domain which we can share with our investors, share with our users.
Alright, so that's our complete web app MVP, and look at what we've built over the 4 episodes. We went from idea to validation to strategy to brand to a working product. In 4 weeks only, we've built something that would normally take months of development and cost dozens of thousands of dollars. And here's the thing, we used AI to accelerate the process, but we didn't use AI to replace our strategic decisions. Every design choice traced back to our brand strategy. Every feature prioritization came from our validation research. This is the difference between using AI as a tool versus letting AI do the thinking for you. One creates strategic products, the other creates generic ones. Now, next week is where we put this in front of real people. Rishav is going to show you how to build a waiting list landing page so that you can start collecting emails from users. If you want to grab the MVP design toolkit, check the first link in the video description. And if you need help, not just to build your MVP, but to build the complete product, then book a call with me, second link in the video description. We'd love to help you build something incredible. Alright, see you next week for the waiting list page build.